Feel as though the direction of this video and where it's going is just like celebrating people who are actually acknowledging their mental health, you know, and their spiritual health. And I fucking love that about people. You know, I've been meeting so many people that have just been coming in my path lately that are just starting to acknowledge their feelings and their emotions, and I'm like, whoa, like we are one big fucked up family, and I love it. How did you recognize like you was just a little bit tapped? I said it's like someone who is obese really battling with the physical health, and they go on this strict ass diet and like get back down to basics, and they lose loads of weight, and they're healthy and they're fit and they can run and they can do all these things, but they've always got to keep check on their physical health. They don't want to put on the weight again or become unhealthy again. They have to keep checks constantly on the physical health. I don't want to become sick again, so I have to keep checks on it constantly. I'm probably the most happiest depressed person you'll ever meet. But I can acknowledge sadness and know that it's there but not allow it to come in. Hello miserable bastard, how are you doing today? Boom, get on with me day. Now that I know where I'm going with the story, I now know where I'm going with this coffee, I am going to talk about, what is the word? Body dysmorphia. How did you get over that? I was changing my body by medication, I was changing my body by injections, I was changing my body by silicone, I was doing many things, and then I got to the point of I am going to change my gender because I didn't like anything about me. I got to a place of understanding that I was denying every part of myself, and I was not being able to look at myself in a mirror without criticizing myself, trying to perfect everything, and I was never ever happy, and I was never content with what I saw when I looked in the mirror. And this one evening, my mum sent me a photograph of me as a little boy, and I was like, why is she sending this picture to me, you know? What is this bitch trying to do? I began to look at this picture, and what I saw this little boy sat there laughing, playing, and I looked into his eyes, and I saw this boy with no care in the world, with freedom, with no hatred, but love. I wanted to get back to that place, so I began to do mirror work, a difficult fucking challenge. Basically what I done was every night before I went to bed, I would set up a mirror, I'd light a candle, I'd get into a nice meditational state and just ground myself. And I'd look in the mirror, and I'd look at my eyes, and I'd look at my face, and I'd get a bit angry, you know? I'd get a bit like, oh, this doesn't feel right, this doesn't feel good, I don't like this. And then I'd begin to tell myself things that I wanted to be told from other people. I was like, you're quite good, you know? I love you. I was just like, I don't believe this shit. And I'd get angry, and I'd be like, I'm not doing it. And then I'd come back to it again the next day. It was standing there naked in the mirror, and it was really looking at my body without the influence of anyone else or people telling me how amazing my body is or how it needs to look a certain way or to be a certain way. It was just me, myself, and I. And I stood in that mirror and I looked at every single part of my body and said, how do you feel when you see this? I was angry. I was like, why? And the more I came back to it, and I told myself these things and began to feel like, how do you feel? If I ask myself, what do you think when you see this? Then it'll be like, well, that's in the wrong place. It's like, how do you feel? And I was like, definitely wasn't like an overnight job. I was at it for like 3 months, and it was just putting it all into one. You know, I still to this day stand in the mirror or sit in the mirror and I get ready and I look at myself and actually see the beauty of myself. Now it's like 2 minutes sometimes. It's like, yeah, you're good. Relying on myself basically and not waiting for it to come from another source, because I'm quite a needy person as well at times, where I'm like, oh, I need someone to tell me how beautiful I am, or I need someone to validate me. I have to be content with myself before I go out into the world, because I will just hate everything and hate myself. And that's a challenge within itself. A lot of people ask me these questions, is it like it was an overnight job of like, I'm gonna be Calvin again. It's not as easy and as simple as I wish it was, but it wasn't. It was painful, it was excruciating, and it was liberating, and it was worth it. If I want to heal, or if I want to grow from something, it ain't gonna be easy and it ain't gonna be fun. Not always, anyway. Be grateful for people who are maybe going through something. Stop waiting. Stop waiting for someone to come and save you, because no one's gonna fucking save you. No one was gonna save me. They were just watching, they were waiting. They were waiting for something. They're wanting you to get well, but they don't know how. So they're just waiting. Nobody's gonna help you but you. And I had to kind of learn that myself, which was No one actually really cares. I'm actually really not that important to a certain degree. I'm only as important as I think I am. So I had to do the work myself. You know, I only got out of it what I put in. Lost myself along the way, lost all my confidence, lost all of my pride and everything else. Now it's about taking it back, you know, and what bits best suit me. I really wanted to share that part of my journey with you guys, people that are tackling the mental health and aware of the mental health, and I've fucking taken my hat off to you. I've done enough pretending for so long, and now it's about being real and getting real. Like, I ain't gonna be happy every single fucking day. Peace, love, and light.